Okay, this is part 2. The reason I'm making part 2 is right here. Look at how big that print is. That is a huge hoof print. And it's walking right down the trail here. Now, I just came out of the woods. I was going to be done making the video, but now since I guess it's still make a few minutes film here on this path. Hold on. Where'd that... There ain't no prints this way. That was the only print. So, where is it? Right here. Put my boot right next to it. So if I... Here's another one. Hold on. Wait a minute. So where'd it come from? It must have stepped onto the path right here. Yup, right here. Here's the first one. It's rather big. Put my fan next to it. Again, my hands are small though, but it's about the size of a baseball. It is mushy up here. All this money these hospitals make, they couldn't pave this whole trail. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta go and get the, what's it called? I was gonna just do that off of camera, but might as well walk back up in here. Go get that evidence of the bite mark. Multiple bite marks on that Gatorade bottle that I didn't put up in here. Hold on, I never came this way. This is literally into the thick of it. Right here, this is all scraped up. Oh yeah, there's no way. But then again, I'm not for sure. But at the end of the day, I don't say bite marks, just biting on stuff. Want to get a drink of the tree. Maybe it's like healing purposes. I mean, I don't smell anything. Maybe it's aloe vera, I don't know. But that is definitely not from just scraping on it with your antlers. That's like tearing it off. This is evidence. Signs of scraping or peeling with nails or claws, in my opinion. It's a little spot right here where I could stand up like just fine. Stand right here, watch people walk by, scraping on that, just getting pissed, waiting to bite and hurt somebody, or fatally hurt somebody. And anyway, hold on, cut through here. Okay, there's the tree. Take a good look getting over here. Go into the light. It's old too, weathered. Been there for a while. You can tell by the bottle cap. And anyway, what's that? That's like a print, not a hoof print. Okay, took the other samples the other day at the other place. Take about 20 minutes to get there on a bicycle. So this is probably the end of the video. This is part 2. Well, I guess I'll walk back this way. That's another relic. Pepsi Cola. Pepsi Cola 21. 21. Hey, This is like, I hope there ain't no cockroaches in it like it was yesterday. I left that one. This is a better one because it says 21. It's there's muddy inside there, and why is there mud in there? I'm keeping this though. That's an antique can. You can tell by the cat. They're trying to be cool with whatever. About 21. Looks like bite marks too. And anyway, not for sure really. We'll have to Google this. Never knew this existed. That's kind of something collectible. Maybe. Wash it out with a garden hose. That was my gift for gifting. Hold on. Oh my God, look at this. I just got caught in this wire. Imagine if I didn't feel it and kept walking. That would have been hilarious. It would have been on film too. Falling. Hold on. Put the phone right there. Let's put this in my pocket. I can't believe I found a cooler can than the one that I found. I would have kept that too, but out of respect for that creature, cockroach that's in there, I don't want to have bad karma and take that cockroaches home. Filthy cockroach. And anyway, they survived all winter through the whole winter in that can. Like I said in the video yesterday. What's... I thought there was a handprint. That is hoof prints. That's my print right there. Go across the way over here. Why not? Take a look up here first. Never been up here once. Hold on. I see some signs of activity of claw sharpening. Yeah, this spot right here was like lingering. So it must have been here before when I was over there. Maybe. Or it was down a ways where I thought it was. But this is another spot where it is. I'm not gonna step all the way in here. You can tell that it's like that's put there, leaning against a tree. And then there's that tree. Stuff growing out of it, like it's a different type of tree. Like a tree from under the tree, if that makes any sense. Because it's got a whole different type of tree. It has to be magic right here in the spot. Standing right here, I feel a slight presence of, how you say, energy. Now, at the end of the day, look at this tree. It's got other trees coming out of it. I'm not going to step all the way in there though. What I'm going to do now is unzoom and take a look here. Stand right against this tree right here, kind of just be. No, I'm not going to cross this line though. At the end of the day, this is something right here. That tree is giving me the creeps. I've seen a lot of trees before. I've never seen one like that. Other parts of a different tree growing out of it. Like the other tree ate that tree. It became a new species of double tree, if that makes any sense. And then if you want to believe in what the video, like I mentioned, the trees moving by themselves compilation, there's one part of that video where it looks like, imagine it's not a tree, but something that looks like a tree. And anyway though, but this, I don't know what to call it or say about this, but now I'm going to scan the ground, because look at, this is something right here, kind of just scraped on, and that's scraped at the bottom. peeled. More like. This is a spot for it where it gums and hangs out right here. You can tell it's all rather, how do you say here, or how do you say bend. It looks like it's something that's been here. I'm not gonna walk past this line though. Stick. Felt a slight presence of a pressure too. Right, that's why I'm leaving right now. If that makes any sense. Take a look here. This is supposed to be sticking out of it somewhere. But anyway, I put that stick there. Wonder how far down that goes. I put that stick there too. What am I looking at here? Kick out flashing since 1918. Something to do with a gutter for your house's drainage off the roof. Now I seen it all. Random rubbish out here. I'll clean it up once that time comes where I'm done exploring everything. What we got here? Sun chips. He was sitting here eating sun chips. Or something gifted it sun chips. Someone. Now there's construction going on over about a block and a half, 2 blocks away. So I don't know really what I'm hearing besides thinking it's that. But I know the beast didn't do this. Nailed all this stuff to the tree, trying to make a tree fort. Hey, look it, I did that by accident. I did that by kicking it. Well, good. And anyway, I wonder what the beast thinks of that. Creature, beast, whatever you want to call it. And anyway, now, Skinwalker, Wendigo. Oh, that was pure mush. This right here is looking like something. To me, it looks like it did all that. I mean that too. Take a good look. Because it's bent, and then that part is broken. And that's bent and put there very nicely. There is no coincidence in my opinion, and that is push, broke. Not that it really matters, but in my opinion, I think that, I can't be for certain how these trees fell, but I don't believe that fell like that, and then that got bent just slightly, like that, and then that's bent and then perfectly put right on top of it. I don't know. Okay. Mushy, real bad right here. Oh my god. What is it? There's a whole bunch of shit going on right here. Looks like something was right there and it picked it up, a stick. It stepped on something and picked it up. Oh my god. That's like a real clue right here. Take a look. Hold on, yeah, I'll zoom. Alright, it stepped on something and then it picked up the stick that was right here. And then threw it. That's my guess. Because how is there such a dent right here like that? And it looks like it goes all the way up. Now that's signs of trail cleaning, we'll call it. Oh my god. Little mouse hole, squirrel hole, or whatever. They say that it puts that stuff there for, how do you say, dunnage. you want to call it, or practical sticks that could be used. It's my guess, and as well, that's just an assumption. These boots are starting to cake on mud. I'm gonna upset the tree, so I'll use this dead one. Man cut that too. Anyway. So I don't know really. Whoa, what's going on right there? That's a pretty big marking. I don't really know why they cut it. But they did. That's not deer poop. And obviously they're mad about it too, because they keep cutting down their land. That's from a chainsaw, and as well, like, you can tell they cut all this down for some type of view for the people in the windows. They want to see. Old folks want people dying up in there. God rest their souls. Really do kick it in there. I better say it out loud. I brought you gifts, 4 pieces of pizza and 16 of those cracker bites. They don't want me to go any farther. Alright, well, I'll obey that. That's why I said what I said for them. Let them know that's a huge clip. I believe what I said now. Big skinwalkers. Halfway friendly. Obviously, otherwise they would have morphed into wolves. That's my hunch. Can't prove it though. Yeah, that's put there. That is literally put there. Flyboy flying over high. Or a fly gal. Flying right over my location. That means that spy people. That's spy people tracking me. I got my phone on location. Prove it to you here. That's funny as hell to me. Right there, there's my other phone that I have in my pocket for GappaMagix, second channel, GappaMagix 5678. You better believe that I have this phone that I'm holding in my hand on location too. And at the end of the day, what's going on up there? Someone threw, looks like Gator, or not a Gatorade, some type of motor oil bottle. Come back and get all this, pick up some rubbish for these beasts. Different day. I'm not gonna climb up there, it's too muddy. I don't want to slip and fall. It's one thing getting my boots all muddy. But anyway. So they were there in whatever form they were. Okay, hypothetically. Because I didn't see them. And I was looking before I had the camera pointed there. And then, as well, they made a snort. Meaning they didn't like that I was there. Which is, how you say, appreciated. In a sense of me letting me know they don't like that. That's why I turned around. And I'm leaving now. And I told them that I got the gifts for them. Again, this is part 2. March 5th. Signs approved by Humanoid creature and or mimic skinwalker. Look at this now. Now, they say what I say now. You see a big pile like this, don't cross it. Meaning, man didn't put it there. Simple as that. So, they don't mind me. That's another next part of what I'm talking about. They don't mind me. but don't come out here. What's this? Hold on. What's this? Something horrible right here. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god. That ain't no joke right there. That is pure evidence of don't come this way, okay? So don't come. When I was telling you I was serious, I mean it. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna do anything with that. That is blood on there, made however it is, whatever it is. Get a little closer to it. I'm not gonna go too close and use the outstretch of the phone. I have no idea what that is. That's a warning, that's for sure, to people that are trespassing without gifting, or how you say accepted. Oh my god, hold on. This is another, how you say entrance, or how you say a feeling possible, where they get a small feeling when they're crossing through this little hoop. This is a put, okay? I don't want to mess with it too much. It's actually in there snugly. And anyway, that's put there. When you see something like that, don't try to step on the sticks that are near it or anything. That's code of keeping some type of a bond of human to beast, cordialness. And anyway, look at this. No way. This is put there. That stick right there. That's put there. Yes, it is. And then it's broke in such a way where it's barely hanging together. Look at this. And it must just sit here sometimes and watch it like that. And then it stays right here, kind of watches. I can only imagine. That's why I'm saying this stuff. And then, if it has to, it stand right behind this huge tree. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing before they think I'm the beast. He's flying over again. Flying over the exact same location. Now, at the end of the day, that shows signs of spy activity, people spying on me. And anyway, though, it is what it is. There's a huge at me around this city. People don't like me. They want to prosecute me for stuff that I didn't do, and as well play the game called Pass It On, and he said, she said, and majority rules of a lie. Say to make up a lie and try to make it stick, throw it at the wall. And anyway, this is a huge tree. It must be in diameter 9 feet around across. Not in a sense of looking at it 9 feet, but from this point all the way to around it. And anyway, this is a huge tree where it hides behind. It stinks slightly here, but it doesn't. And then it looks to me like extra, like I'll go extra with this sentence. Like, I don't know if it's pure luck, but this is like, how you say, just sitting there. Imagine it's just sitting right here, whatever. And then it's got this little thing to mess with. I'll bet money on it. And anyway, now I'm out of here. Small bit of snow way up top there. Look at this thing. It's a huge tree. Huge. Anything could break at any moment right now, and I would have to dodge it. That is a huge tree. Try to zoom in past it once, just to see how far we can look. I didn't have zoom on it earlier before when I filmed all those deer, quote unquote. And anyway, just know I didn't see them there until I took a step too far with a branch breaking, and it, hypothetically they all became deer. I'm just gonna say it like that. And anyway, now I'm out of here. Now I'm gonna walk through, holding the camera while it's going. That means at 6 o'clock, chime in like that. This is my bride-to-be, Miss MRB's bike. This tree right here is even larger. Hold on. This tree has got to be at 20 feet and maybe not 20, 15 feet in circumference. How you say, tape measure at one point all the way to the next point. This tree is massive. I'm talking massive tree. I don't know what kind it is, but this is like one of those trees that looks fake, but it's real. This tree is massive. It smells funny around here. I don't know, but it chills right here. You can tell it does. Look at this. What's going on in here? Little fungi growing on there. This is a massive tree. Believe it or not, I feel energy from it. And anyway, look at this. Just put there. No, it's in the ground. Alright, that's enough. Signing off. I am GappaMagix.